I don't know what I'm gonna do with these killer bees, people. Come here. Say hello, would you? I believe y'all caught that, didn't you? Yeah, remember I said that thing would be just like an oven? Snow melt off the top of it. See that? Look at the top of those empty stacked up there. Look. Ain't no bees in them boxes. Look, done dried the lid. Even the little bitty one right there. Yeah. As you can tell, there's all this crap around. There's my little old long hives right there. That's the first video I took of them things. Shoot, while I'm out here, I ought to pop one of the lids and show you. It's not all that cold out here, it really ain't. It's surprisingly warm. Of course, after those days in the 20s, yeah, dry as a bone. And look at the empties. Killer bees got some defrost out there. I drug a dead one out and left it on the porch there. Yeah, let me see if I can get the lid off on these things. I'll show you what I did. Yeah, so here we are. This tongue and groove 1x8s that I had from, I don't know, some of these, well, all those 5 framers are made out of that stack. Some of my 7 frame supers. Anyway, I had some. I figured I'd do these things right. I was going to build 2 just to test. So then, after some thought, I chose to put some slats in here for inner covers. Put a little rabbit right there on the end so they wouldn't slide around much. There's a hole for a jar feeder on either end. I need to increase the size a little bit. See how I do them like this. You can feel the heat coming off the top of that thing right there. Yeah, so I put 1 at each end. Well, I got them rigged. I'll bid to put a colony in each end. See? I'm going to make a big entrance reducer, of course, both sides. And I'm going to start with just 1. I want to see how they build horizontal. I might 1 or 2 in each one of them, depending on the mood. It could be somewhat tedious to work, but I just wanted to try the things. Try anything once. Yeah, so the way I'll start it, like this box right here, I'll put it where that 5 framer is, and I'll take the 5 frames of bees out. Put the 5 frames of bees in there just like that right there, with the entrance reduced. See, I got a little top entrance hole there to kind of mimic my top entrances. And as time progresses, I might give them I might actually jump start them by giving them 5 more deep frames with cap brood in them. Run them out to there just before they flow, and then I might give them 5 drawn deep frames of wax that's dry for them to initially put some honey in, and then the rest foundationless. And check a boredom as needed while they're drawing foundationless honey wax. So say you had 2 colonies in that baby, probably one of them on what, 7, 8 frames. That's probably all they need deeps. So you'd put your 1 colony here with the entrance reduced to there, and 1 there with the entrance reduced to there. And if you really wanted to get crazy with it, you could put a 3rd one in the middle. That thing would win a 3 colonies easy. You might could even win a, what would that be, 5 framers in there. I don't know. Endless possibilities. They could share their heat a little bit. I'm really more for raising stuff that will live on their own. And so, yep. Anyhow, yeah, a little defrosting bees and long hives here. I got a bunch of video building these things, but I figured it was too corny to fool with posting, and so you get the idea. I need to go tack some deep frames together for these babies. Catch y'all later when this nasty crap gets out of here. Speaking of the bees heating the lids up, I was reading a forum post from some guy in Canada a year or so ago. He said, well, I went out there to check on my bees and they were smoking, so they must have been alright. Yeah, it's somewhere in Canada, I'm pretty sure. I believe that's right. Yeah, giving off fog and warmth of the clusters. I don't guess we got any molten wax in there, do we? It's interesting though. Was it February the 26th? Just into March a little ways, if we get a 70-degree day, that thing will melt wax. Last March the something, I still got it, the video listed. I can't remember how far into March it was. This thing got up around 190. There's the tail end of what I had left over from making my 1-pound blocks. Made some 1-pound molds. I ought to, shoot, I'm gonna go in there and add that to the video. Show you my 1-pound block molds. Catch you in a little bit. Yes, I don't mind the chili pecan pods that I got right there. That's some I raised from some seed I got at a Mexican grocery store. And then this is some friend of mine in Texas sent me, some of the wild ones now. And them babies, they will light your fire. You just touch your lips with that right there. They got an interesting quality to them. They don't burn past your throat. They're not like a habanero or something like that. But since they're laying there, I figured I'd throw that in there. Check that out, peoples. That's what I came up with. I experimented with a solid silicone mold, and the walls are too flimsy and they shrink like crazy. So what I did to get around that, that's just a little plywood box, 3.5 by 7, and it's lined with pure silicone. Get it at Lowe's in a tube, clear. Say silicone something. Got it laying around here somewhere. Anyway, I lined it with silicone, and then I made this little I did this. I took the router. I got a little bitty router I do. down there, and I took that, I made this little plate, and I covered it in wax, dipped it in wax and scraped it all off and cleaned out, you know, the letters, and covered that with silicone, let the first coat cure, and rubbed another coat on it, and then just peeled it off. The little plate that I peeled off is stuck down at the bottom of that with silicone. Very simple. And that's it. Wax will not stick in that. When you pour wax in there and it hardens, it'll just fall right out. Here's some of my white wax, solar bleached. You end up with this. I want to make a few 5-pound ones, but since I do foundationless and don't waste a whole lot of wax, I don't really produce that much, or should I say, go through that much. And so the 1-pounders are enough. I can pour 5 1-pound blocks right there, and they come back 45 minutes later, knock them out, and pour 5 more. But I could make more of these if I had, you know, I had more to do, but I don't really at this point. I'll get that where the light would hit it right. Yeah. So with these molds being a static size, not, you know, flimsy rubber, I can set that on a scale and pour 16 ounces or a little better. 16.5 ounces. Yep. There you are. There's the difference between white and yellow. Anyway, that took some doing, but thought they're neat. It's been solar bleached, and that's pretty much straight out the melter. You can get it a little darker than that, darker yellow, if you don't let the sun stay on it long. I like it darker yellow, but anyhow, there you are, people. I've been aiming to do a video on this thing anyway, so got it done.